Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Modular, the Warframe mod review series. Today we're going to be taking a look at another of the brand new melee mods. One that I didn't think was honestly going to be that good, but was I right about Guardian Derision. This mod drops exclusively from Prod Crewman and is a very simple one mechanic wise. While you're blocking, you will taunt enemies within a 15-meter radius to you, stopping them from attacking anything allied to you, that includes defense targets, things like that, and focusing on you instead. Now, I'll be honest, I saw the 15-meter range and thought that, this is going to suck. However, I could see some potential in it, so I jumped on the frame that I felt this was going to be ideal for in this situation, for my trusty Assimilate Nyx. Now, I've done a video on a team build Nyx before with the use of electromagnetic shielding and Assimilate to reduce damage to your allies by redirecting it to you. However, this time you take the fire directly off your allies entirely onto your frame. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but at this time I think there is a cap on the number of enemies that can be taunted at any one time. Because I've seen the enemies that are clearly in my range not being taunted by this mod. The range also seems to be a little bit misleading. I've had enemies around 30 meters away fixated on shooting me, rather than my teammates that are closer to them. Now, as far as I could tell, there's no way of increasing the effects with mods. I've got no way of explaining that 30 meters, but I'm not going to complain either, because it actually makes the mod way more effective, especially against range units, which really are the downside of this mod. 15 meters, ranged units are going to be outside of that for the most part, so you're going to have to do a lot of closing down for this mod to be worth it. There's a whole number of uses for this mod in various different game modes that I've tested so far. The Kuva Flood mission, for example. The enemies that spawn there do a whole ton of damage, especially the Guardians. They hit so hard. Never fear, help out your team by using the Guardian Derision mod to grab the attention of those units defending the Harvester, so your teammates can either deal with the enemies, or they could just deal with the Kuva itself. It makes the mission so much easier. Same thing goes with a mission like Mobile Defense. The footage that you can see now is me being banished in the sortie Mobile Defense from yesterday and using the mod. You can see that the majority of the enemy units on the field now, they're fixated on my Nyx, although a few of them seem to ignore me completely and go for the objective, which is why I came to the conclusion there's a cap on the number that can be taunted at once. Now, the mod would also not override an enemy that is performing an action like capping a point in interception, for example. An enemy that is already capping cannot be taunted away from the console. This isn't a mod that's only really useful on Nyx, for example, using Assimilate to make her effectively invincible. Any frame that is very tanky can do so and make good use out of it. Chroma, for example, using this mod, turning all the enemy's guns onto him instead, you can use that as a very quick way of increasing the buffs that Vex Armor gives. Or Inaris, who is just an insane HP tank all around, can use this combined with his hit points for one hell of a support frame to his team. For those players that enjoy playing tanky frames, this can be a really creative thing. I mean, you can be so creative with this, and I'm sure there's a whole ton of potential uses for this that I've not even thought of. As I said earlier, I actually didn't expect this mod to be this effective or this good, but now I have an alternative to the electromagnetic shielding mod that I'm using on my Assimilating Defense Nyx setup. This is why Nyx is my favourite frame still, especially now Assimilate is here. There is so many synergy options available for it, and I love it. I'd be interested to hear what ideas you guys have got as to how you would use this mod, or even if you would actually drop a mod slot for it. Now, the video I hinted to yesterday in the Barrow video, it's delayed a little bit because of some problems with it, which is why you're getting this one today instead. It is still coming, but it might be delayed a day or two. As always though, many thanks for watching. Please hit that like button to subscribe if you like my content, and I shall see you in the next video.